Okay, so we're here to talk about the basics of affiliate marketing, and I'm here with Jeff, and Maxim, Minnie, and Richard. So I'll just start with Jeff and go around Jeff, then Maxim, and Minnie, then Richard. And if you guys can just introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about what you do and your company, and anything you want to do.
Sure. Jeff Wilson, nice to see everybody today. I work for VS Media, parent company for Flirt for Free. We do live webcams. I've been with the company working on year number 10 right now. Before that, I was also working on launching affiliate programs, things like that, for like probably only 2 years. So really, my entire career has been here, really. But yeah, I started off as really just the main affiliate rep. Graduated to kind of managing a team, doing all affiliates. So we have thousands of affiliates that have promoted our webcams, promoted our white labels for many, many years. It was all basically on rev share before and has evolved, more CPA based, that type of thing. And yeah, so now I'm director of business development. So my whole team is not only just affiliates, but it's also media buying, also search engine optimization, third party revenue, things like that. So I'm helpful from the affiliate platform side as best I can.
Hi, Max.
Yeah, so hi guys, my name is Max. I'm not going to pronounce my French-Canadian last name. So I work for Crack Revenue. I've been with the company for close to 6 years now. So I'm the director of affiliate marketing and the platform. Similar to Jeff, I started as an affiliate manager and slowly grew my way up to team leader and leading the team now. Also in charge of for support team who are working with all the affiliates. So Crack Revenue, we're a CPA network. We've been working with adult verticals for, I'd say 12 to 15 years, mostly into cam, dating, most recently ED stuff, some mail enhancement too. So yeah, that's it for me.
Minnie?
Hear me?
Yeah,
so
sure can. Thanks.
I'm first a model, and then I got bored one day and clicked affiliate. So that's how I started. 2003, 2004. First it was Epic Cam, StreamAid, MoneyTree, and it was just based on having a blog, blogging about what it's like to be a cam model, and affiliate sales showed up, and I kept doing it over and over again. And then 2010, I branched off to mainstream affiliate offers. Same thing happened. I made a blog, I made content, people bought sales. So that's all I know about affiliate marketing, really, is just sign up on a link, make content, people sign up.
So success, that's not a bad thing. It's a good place
pretty
to
much,
start.
because people already saw my face, so they had an idea what I did. They liked me, they bought the link, they thought they're supporting me, and it kept going on and rinse and repeat.
Totally. Okay, Richard?
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Richard Buss, also known as Rockhard, R-O-C-H-A-R-D. I've been doing affiliate marketing in some form or another since probably 1997, 96. I started with a bikini site called Zachary's Daily Dose. And I started, I think my first banner was to a pregnant site that was making me about $1,000 a month. This was way back when. And I eventually opened up my own solo girl site, my first solo girl site. Then I went to work for Lightspeed Cash for 5 years. I worked for Steve Jones in Phoenix. From there, I worked for Yanks Cash. As a matter of fact, I worked for Todd and Billy. Since then, I've worked for Playboy, Dating Factory, and now I've been with YNOT Mail for 10 years, running their bulk email marketing platform.
Thanks. Okay, so the first thing I think that, it's a basics. So I would assume there's some newbies listening in. with the state of the world, it totally makes sense that there's more opportunities from working with home, and just all the trends that have been really accelerated going to online. So I'm just going to go in the same order there. What would be your advice to newbies, in their first maybe 90 days of becoming an affiliate? What they should be focusing on? Any tips, tricks, anything you have? Just what would you do?
I'm assuming you're coming to me first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go in the same order. So Jeff,
Yeah.
Max, Mini.
I think that, if they're starting day one, I probably wouldn't recommend that they become an affiliate day one. I would do kind of like what Minnie was suggesting, where it's like, you start something, you find something that's your thing, something that you think that there's an opportunity in the market, make a blog specifically about, how to, turn your small dick into a big dick, whatever, that's like a really, broad, bad example. But the point is that like you find something that you're good at or something that you can do. And once you kind of like learn that market a bit, and start to develop, like a site or a way to capture eyeballs on the internet, at that point you can start selling them. At that point you can start farming them off to affiliate offers. But if you come into it, you come in day one and you're just thinking, how do I turn these eyeballs into money? And you're just trying to scoop up a bunch of eyeballs, you're gonna kind of lack that foundation. So I kind of subscribe to that Facebook model of like, first build something cool and we'll figure out the money later. And that's kind of what I would do with affiliates, especially now, because it's like it used to be like, you throw up a website with some pictures on it and throw up some affiliate links and you're going to make some money. And then there was a huge kind of market, I think, explosion, consolidation. And now it's like people are just very nichey. They're like, they're very kind of competitive spaces, but there are a lot of opportunities for those who are creative and still chasing their passions. And so I would find something that you really like. And then once you find that and you learn how to get some eyeballs on the internet, then talk about becoming an affiliate.
Okay. Just a follow-up question. If you had to pick one channel off the top of your head, what would you focus on?
I would focus on cams because that's the only thing I know. Okay. No, but really it's cams is super lucrative. Our offer, but like, all the rest of the industry as well, I would not start with rev share. I would start with like a high PPS payout, which is what everybody does now. So you could kind of get that cash flow in kind of pretty quickly. But there's so much to do with cams. So I feel like there's a lot of opportunity.
Okay. So same question to you, Max.
Yeah. So for me, my first recommendation is, and like working with so many like new affiliates, obviously subscribing to the platform, would like to be like at least build like a small basic strategy at first. So start by thinking like which verticals you'd like to. So a little bit like Jeff, don't start thinking about becoming an affiliate, but maybe start thinking about like your strategy of like building your audience. A bunch of new affiliates only see the point of like, which offer should I promote? Should I choose, like you said, Jeff, rev share or PPS? But they're not thinking about the traffic. So if you're not bringing like any users or any traffic, like there's no point at becoming an affiliate. So maybe like just like put in a small strategy at first. Don't overthink it, but maybe put some basics infos and you're like, what's the direction? Where do you want to move on? My second recommendation would be, obviously working as a network would be, try working with people that are within the industry, choose the right network or choose the right advertiser for you, and don't be hesitant about sharing some insights about what do you want to do, what is your strategy. People in the networks, people working for the advertiser, they're not there to steal your content. They're only there to make you a successful affiliate. So don't be afraid to partner up with people there. If it's an affiliate manager, if it's a support agent, don't be hesitant to build that partnership. That may be what's going to bring you forward. Third recommendation would be, try to be part like of a community. there's a lot of good forums out there with people you can meet that are gonna share like tips, tricks, like get the feel of what is affiliate marketing. Some forums out there are free. If you want to start, you can join like some premium forums, but there's a ton.
Do you have some examples? Do you have some examples of the forums?
STM might be like one of the good forums. They have like mainstream stuff. They have like adult stuff. So it's kind of a cool crossover. Affiliate Fix also is a good one. So yeah, try to get some information like here and there, at least to get the feel of what it is and to explore your options.
Okay, so just a quick follow-up question: if you were to go to your computer as somebody that wanted to become an affiliate eventually, and I think what both you guys are saying is to build something good, build a product, build something that people care about, which I totally agree with. Where would be the first place you would go? Would you go to YouTube to start something? Would you go to a blog to start something? Would you go to a website? What would be just off the top of your head, what would be the first kind of channel that you would open to build something cool?
Yeah, like I think that's like if you want to go some adult stuff, at first you're gonna be kind of maybe a little bit limited in the channels that you may want to explore, or some channels may be a little bit more tricky to explore. If you're into like some mainstream stuff, like I think that YouTube right now is a huge thing. Obviously, all the video content is like pretty much doing like very well right now. My point for YouTube might be versus a blog. Like if you don't have like any webmaster skills, like if you go to YouTube or any other like kind of social media, like it's super easy to use. You don't have to build anything, or at least it's super easy. But yeah, I think my go-to would be YouTube right now.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so same question to you, Minnie. Just what would you tell a webmaster to, or somebody that wanted to get in the affiliate game to do in their first 90 days? What would be your approach?
It would be the way I started was someone gave me a book, affiliate marketing. It started with Amazon. It gave you basic, this is affiliate marketing in the mainstream normal business world. And because the skill sets transfer over to adult, you master the basic skill sets of building an audience, then getting the audience engaged in your content, and then giving them an offer. So that is the easiest way to start, because there's a lot of people who just read self-help books and regurgitate that content and then sell people a product. They're not making a new idea. They're not coming up with their own product or anything. They're just reselling. I bought a book from Amazon. I'm reading this. Here's my review. Here's my content. And then they'll add in crossover content like make money online, the wealth niche, or fitness. They'll add in other things where they can then throw in adult content. So they always throw in content that's the top 3 generic of health, wellness, and relationships, and camming adult always comes in after. So they're not just, oh, I'm an adult content producer. It's, I know business structures, then this business structure applies in adult. And it goes with sex educator blogs and everybody else. They start with the core foundation skills, and then they add in the next niche after they get a few sales, they get a few signups.
That sounds good. So just to follow up, because I think you really know engagement. What would be some 2 or 3 tips, or just some of your highlights for how to, in the beginning, how to initiate engagement that will keep to build the foundations of engagement, I'd say.
For engagement, because there's a lot more social media platforms. Before 20 years ago, we had no social media at all. We were lucky people saw our blogs and stuff like that. So building an audience on YouTube, because YouTube is a search engine, of giving people like a daily, like a lot of people like to do their videos of how they wake up in the day, their morning routine. and things like their fitness routine or what they're eating for a day. They start with their health mindset stuff, and then they go into their business routine for the day. So with YouTube, YouTube's a search engine. People are just typing in questions that they want answers to. And then with YouTube, the terms and services, they don't necessarily want adult content, but they still want business content. So it's going into platforms that are mainstream, that to stay on there longer, you have to have like a mainstream business person. And then your email list is where you can tell people that you do adult. So once you already have them engaged in your content and your opinions, and they have the same beliefs as you, it's easier to introduce them into a webinar or a presentation that you also do adult affiliate links and affiliate offers. No, you're muted.
Todd, you're muted, dude.
Sorry. So same question to you, Richard.
Yeah, I do the same thing, Todd. I actually mute myself when I'm not speaking. I fully believe that you need to enjoy what you're doing. You need to love what you're doing. If you're not into bondage per se, you probably shouldn't be trying to enter the affiliate arena trying to sell bondage sites or bondage cams or something along those lines. I originally got into the industry because I like bikinis. And that's how I started as an affiliate. And to this very day, I actually have a bikini blog that doesn't make me any money at all, but I just do it because I enjoy doing it. I think that you need to find a niche that you enjoy doing, and you need to figure out how to make money doing it. For me, I like certain things. I have my certain niches, but I also like blogging and WordPress. I could churn out blog after blog after blog and blog post after blog post. So I find it to be easy. Although blogs aren't, making the money that they made in 2008 or so. So that's my recommendation. It seems to me right now that there's one aspect of our industry that seems to be growing leaps and bounds more than any other, and that's cams. Live content is just king right now. So I think that's if you're into that, or you can get into that, that's the best area to go into.
As a follow-up question, because you're with YNOT Mail, what is the best approach to maintain a relationship, maintain that engagement, initiate it via email, and then maintain it without overwhelming people or keeping people interested?
Some people, it's very funny with YNOT Mail and email marketing. Some people are afraid to upset their customers, and they think that sending one email per day is too much. And then I have customers that are on the absolute direct opposite side of that, where they believe that you need to be in your customer's face literally 3 times a day. I have a customer in Poland who runs, I think the woman's name is Iwa Sunit. She's a Polish woman, and it's a big breasted site. And he emails, I'm on his email list. So I get his emails 3 times a day. And I don't know, what's the best way to go. I think at least once a week should be a requirement. 2 times a week, I don't think is that bad, but I do think that you kind of need to be in people's faces. It's just like, when you're working social media, I'm sure Little Red Bunny is going to be at the show later today. I have her on Facebook, and her Facebook posts are just amazing. They're funny and they're quirky. And even though, I'm not a fan, I've never been in one of her shows, I enjoy seeing her posts. She makes me laugh. She makes me chuckle. I think everyone needs to kind of bring that. You need to, stay in people's faces and remind them that you're there. And also, don't be abusive, and try to be funny. Try to get their attention without being an attention whore, I guess, is a good way of putting it. Todd, you're muted.
Doing that. I'm just getting too cerebral with my questions, but So okay, so I'm going to go around the bend the same way. In regards to COVID, what is your company's approach? How does that affect price points and the way you're engaging your customers? Is it different? And when do you foresee the transition and possibly even post-COVID? Like, just tell me your COVID plan, and because I think this is good for affiliates to hear, so they understand how they can best maximize their COVID marketing. So I'll start with you, Jeff.
Have anything like that different. When COVID started, there was a lot more, online traffic, and you could see just this crazy amount of activity on the site. We had, records in number of models, number of customers on the site, etc. So we had to do a lot more of like to make sure that we integrate new models and make sure that we do more promotions and things to kind of acquire new customers and make sure that everybody's, going from registration to adding a credit card to spending money to spending a lot of money. So we had to do some kind of tweaks here and there, but like, it's not like we ran like any specific COVID promotions or anything like that. We just had to kind of change the business model a little bit. And I feel like now it's still good. Don't get me wrong. It's not exactly what it was, March, April. But I mean, if I'm going to tell you, like, year over year, we're still crushing, we're killing it, right? There's like a lot more activity for sure. But like, I think there was this kind of initial like honeymoon phase where, there were just a lot of new eyeballs for a few months. And now it's at the point where I think the other market forces are setting in. We just had a big kind of promotion for Black Friday. We're going to do a bunch of stuff coming up for, Christmas and New Year's. And we're doing our big kind of flirt of the year contest for models, and models are, super engaged with that stuff, but that's kind of par for the course. We do that stuff every year. So it's really not COVID that's driving a lot of this new activity. It's just like, there was a big surge and now we're just, kind of settling into that.
Okay. So same question to you, Max.
Yeah. So obviously my point of view is the one from a CPA network. So we're an advertiser like Jeff. Obviously during COVID, what it reminded me is that the verticals that we're working with are good choices. They still are. So obviously cam and dating are still doing pretty good. As Jeff mentioned, like, it's not exactly the same thing as it was in March, but still it's fairly good. What the COVID like really changed for us is that there's a lot more people going into affiliate marketing. So there's a lot more new affiliates. So it just makes sense to have like this panel today, like covering this topic. So we had to adjust like a little to make sure that all the new affiliates out there would receive some kind of like good support and good advices from my team who's working with the affiliates. So we had to open new support channels. We now have like a live chat support on the platform that we didn't have before. We're trying to cover like more business hours. So we're doing stuff during the weekend that we didn't used to do before. And we kind of like, we're trying to put more tutorial content like on our blog to give more like training material to the affiliates that are starting out there. Courses, we're partnering up with affiliates for guest posts. So we're kind of like developing more content for new affiliates that obviously started exploring these options during COVID.
Okay, Minnie. So you're coming from a different perspective as an affiliate. But in terms of COVID, in terms of everybody being at home, what approaches have you changed, or what have you seen kind of pop up, and how have you adjusted, your promotions and what you're doing, and what do you foresee, in the coming year of 2021 that you might be doing?
Well, my business hasn't changed. It's exactly the same. As far as I know, when I'm home, I have no idea there's a pandemic. So there's that. But online, I'm still getting a lot of newbie cam model questions, or the mainstream offers I promote. A lot more people are signing up because they've either lost their jobs or the increase of people that now have the pandemic to tell them they hate their job, so they're going to do something else. So it's more of branching out in other niches, of showing them that they can work from home in a different way than me focusing on the pandemic. It's just it's business as usual. It's the internet. There's always somebody on the internet purchasing something. So it's getting in front of the audience that still has an active credit card, that still has savings, that still has money available to either try an opportunity in a $7 offer, or they have the money now to upgrade to the high ticket offer that's $3,000. So it's constantly continue with my consistent message, and then being engaged with my audience that I haven't left them, instead of me thinking that if the world is ending and I crawl into a ball. So if I show up every day as ready to work, ready to provide with my audience the value and content, then they'll see that this is something they can pursue, because it's the internet. It doesn't shut down because the world outside shuts down. So that's pretty much how I handle it. It's just business as usual, same marketing plan, same targets. And because people are quitting their jobs, they're looking at the internet as something that they need to look into.
Do you see you mentioned high dollar sales, which I really think is quite interesting, because I think this pandemic has been different from the last one, but I feel like in 2020, what's been interesting about this is that there's so many people that are making a lot of money in tech and working online. This hasn't affected them financially. Do you see any difference in high dollar marketing in higher price points versus low price points? Do you see one moving in a different direction? Are the high dollar price points staying consistent and the lower dollars fluctuating more? Do you see any volatility in either one?
Because it's a personal budget for the customer, depending on what offer they want. Because if they're brand new and they're scared to learn the skill, they'll start on the smaller offer. If they feel like this is their one chance to go all in, then they'll go all in. It's more of the customer, because we can't control what the customers are doing. But I've noticed that people that are scared in the mindset of money, they'll go on the lower end. And the ones that just see this as an investment opportunity, they'll go on the higher end. So that's where I see my sales are coming from. Like my last sale that came in, this customer was mine from 5 years ago. He went on hiatus and then purchased 6 items in one day. So, and I have no human contact with this person at all. I just see an email address and the phone number. And then I get emails back to back, 6 from the same email address and username. And I'm excited on my end. I didn't do anything different. I've been spending most of the pandemic taking naps. So to see affiliate sales come in where my everyday routine, I'm sleeping most of the time, we're playing video games. But as long as my content's still online, I'm still paying for my hosting or email services. The business is there as long as you nurture it like a plant.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So Richard, what are you seeing in terms of like email traffic? Has that changed during the pandemic? Is that, do you see more engagement, less engagement?
Did email traffic change during the pandemic? Yes, it went through the roof. Everyone sat at home saying, I can't go to work. I can't do my traditional marketing. I can't reach my customers who are now all at home. How do I reach them? And everyone came to the same conclusion at about the same time, and that was email marketing. I don't want to hype up email marketing too much, but when COVID hit and the shutdowns started coming in the large metropolitan areas, we started to see an increase in new customers, and then also an increase in the amount of emails that were being sent out. The perfect way to reach your customers during a pandemic while they're at home or while they can't work is through email, because everyone's at home looking for something to do. So they're hitting social media and they're checking their email more often. So yeah, when COVID hit, email traffic went through the roof. It got really big.
Okay. Makes sense, logical. All right, so I think one of the things I would like to do to the people listening is that you always want to give them some real information. So again, just going the same way, like Jeff, if you were an affiliate, who would you be pushing? Flirt for Free is awesome. So, and I put you in a weird position because everybody else is in a different one, but who would you be pushing besides Flirt for Free? Anybody, your competitors, just, I mean, even anything out of your niche, who would you be pushing as an affiliate? Give me 3 or 4. Why? Who do you think is doing some good stuff out there besides who you're working with?
It's kind of it's a difficult question because first I'd have to figure out what I was doing, right? Like, you know, if I was setting up a blog and I was talking about bikini girls or something like that, then I'm like, okay, I'd find like the best bikini girl offers, or I'd talk to the campsites that have the best models online that are wearing bikinis or something like that. You know, at this point, at least in our industry, the cams industry, there aren't many charlatans. There aren't any cam companies that are still around that don't have a decent offer. So for that reason, I don't think that I would just, you know, decide on a cam company that I would promote or whatever. But I personally probably wouldn't do it that way. I probably wouldn't create a blog that is about a specific subject and then kind of put affiliate links. I would probably think about doing something that's a little bit more of like casting more of a wider net. And if I did that, then, you know, let's say I created a Facebook page or an Instagram or Twitter or something like that, where I'm just catching a lot of eyeballs because I'm posting good content every day that people like. And instead of doing something very specific, it's just like, you know, again, I wouldn't do it this way, but like, let's just say I was boring and I said, I'm just going to post a bunch of pictures of really hot chicks. And people are going to start following. I'm going to figure out ways to kind of get, you know, a bunch of eyeballs. And then suddenly I have 1 million people in this group or something. All right, now I'm at the point where I can promote other things. And when I promote other things, I'm not building something for a specific offer. Rather, I'm just building something that I can monetize. Kind of how Minnie was saying, where, you know, I just put stuff out there now and people buy them because she has an audience that she's cultivated, etc. So let's say I was able to get to that point where I have an audience that is ready to kind of pay attention to me because they like my content. At that point, I'd probably work with a network, probably kind of like Crack, who's kind of focusing on the conversion part. You know, we have our CPA network that launched last year, who's kind of trying to do something similar where we focus on the kind of pre-lander experience. How do I get eyeballs in here, convert them at the best kind of rate, and then once they convert, you know, then my product does the rest. But, you know, this whole kind of conversion funnel is, I think, what's been more ubiquitous the last few years. And I attribute a lot of that to Crack. You know, I think that they started with MFC and Free Cams Exposed, if I'm not mistaken. But that whole thing was just like a marketing thing, right? Like there was nothing different between that and, let's say, Flirt for Free or one of the other cam sites who has free chat. And for that reason, actually, I think they started before, or Leo with MFC started with like a My Free Pay site. It was like, get your free password, get your free password. And so it's just like a link to a bunch of tours. Anyway, but the point is that like that funnel is what's important. That's how you get those eyeballs to turn into kind of conversions better. And you need professionals doing that. You need people who are sitting and watching the user, you know, path, you know, where are they dropping off? How do I optimize, A/B test this path, you know, with 100 different versions? You know, we use a product called Lucky Orange. It's awesome because you can actually like watch people using your website, and it's kind of creepy. You actually have the option to say like, hey, bug them while they're on the website, give them a little pop-up type thing. Hey, are you answering all these questions? Do you need help? That type of thing. Now you can't do that at scale, but it's really good to kind of like jump in and watch it all and you know, heat map and do a bunch of different tests. And for that reason, I feel like, you know, our product has gotten better. Our conversions have gotten better. That's what I think probably Crack does well. So I'd work with like an affiliate network that kind of works on the actual front end conversion rather than me as the affiliate focusing on that as well.
Well done. I appreciate it. So to you, Max, like just tell me who you would work with if you were an affiliate and you weren't going to go to your company. Who's doing things well besides you? And everybody should work with Crack and Flirt for Free, just so you know. I'm down with that, absolutely. But just talk to me.
I was about to say Flirt for Free, obviously, because all of the good words from Jeff. Thank you, by the way. So yeah, And it's a tricky question in our position because like our business has always been the business of creating like good partnerships with advertisers like for free. So I don't want to corner like any other like businesses. Obviously, regarding cam, there's a lot of good like products out there. I'd say the ones that for me really stand out right now would be obviously, and it's not to only send compliments, but for free. StreamMate is really standing out too. My Free Cams, Strip Chat. These are all like good cam companies that you can work with right now. Like focusing on our core verticals, the dating market is kind of the tricky one for me because there are so many like good companies, and it's really a thing of like pushing like multiple different offers to have like those different landing pages, those different flows. You're going to want to like use geo targeting. It's so specific. Like if you're into dating affiliate marketing, I would maybe recommend to go with like a network that has all the partnerships with all these companies out there. Most of the time, they're going to build a smart link for you, so you're going to benefit from pushing all the advertisers at once. So if you're into dating, that would be my recommendation. So try to go with a network and make sure that they have like some kind of like customized smart link where you're gonna benefit from all the products at once. We started doing some erectile dysfunction like in the past like year or 2 years. If you're into that, Blue Chew is definitely like a go-to product that you want to push right now. That is really standing out for the US market. So yeah, Flirt for Free, StreamMate, My Free Cams, Blue Chew, and yeah, go for an affiliate network if you're into dating. It's gonna be like much more easier for you.
Thanks, Max. That's perfect. So Minnie, who's working for you? Who do you like? What do you see?
In the model side, I kind of got bored of it because it's like 17 years of me being a model, and then affiliate links is being a model. So then because being a freelancer and affiliate marketing is not just adult, there's ClickBank, there's JVZoo, there's other companies that sell their offers in the same funnel type way where they lead in a smaller offer to a bigger offer. It's more of having more skill sets than just I'm going to do StreamMate or MoneyTree or for free or something like that. And then as a model, I noticed that certain affiliate offers don't want models being an affiliate and a model at the same time, when that's multiple paychecks for the same amount of work while you're waiting for cam shows to happen. If you have more income coming in from multiple places, you don't have to put all your eggs in the basket of I'm on cam 16 hours a day, wearing out your muscles and your eyes because you're staring at computer screens all day. So to learn affiliate marketing in multiple places as much as possible, because it's the internet, and it started as a male dominated industry, but now females are in there too, where you can actually make money in multiple places and nap all day. You work 4 hours for the day, you do your hard work for 4 hours, and then the build up, the compounding of the work is what I focus on. Like my YouTube channel monetization that pays me. Then there's X videos, there's Pornhub, there is my membership sites. It's a cumulative over multiple years where there's just multiple checks coming in where I get to focus on the things I'm really passionate about, instead of just locking myself in being a model. And then I have some affiliate links that only boost my percentage by a certain amount for the model live stream side. It's more of, because the customers that follow me, they'll buy products I tell them to if it fits into their interests. I remember being in a network marketing company and a fan emailed me saying he's in that company too. and wanted to see if I'll be at the events. So it comes, the more places you're in, you're more crossover, more collaboration, where people just don't see you as a performer. They see you as a business person. They see you as an influencer. So that's where my direction's going in. I can cam 10 hours a day, but it's exhausting. So if I can push in affiliate links or other offers from other places, I'm going to do it.
Okay, Richard. So same question. Who do you see out there that you would tell a newbie to go work with? 3 or 4?
Before I answer the question, I want to touch on something that Minnie said. She hit the nail right on the head when she said that this used to be a male-dominated industry. I remember a time, in the early 2000s where women were considered content in this industry, and that was it. And I remember I went to a dinner. It must have been about 4 or 5 years ago, and I had the opportunity to sit down with a cam model, and I made the dumb assumption that she was, not intelligent. And throughout the course of the dinner, I was talking to her, and it turns out that she's 26 years old, and she has a bigger college degree than I have. And she was making more money than I was. Here I am, I'm working full time. And she said, I can use my degree and I can work in accounting. And, if I'm lucky at my age, I can make, maybe $50,000 a year. Instead, I'm a cam model and I'm working completely on my own. I set my own hours. I'm now making, almost $200,000 a year. So this entire industry has completely changed, where it was a male-dominated industry, but now it's not. And I think that's a really good thing. Who would I do business with in today's environment with COVID? I'm really big on cam girls or the camming industry altogether right now. I think that's it's expanding. It was expanding before COVID. And now that COVID is here, it's getting even better because people want to connect with each other. I also think that dating is getting bigger too. I mean, everyone knows someone who has met and gotten married off of a dating site. I'm friends with a couple, and a few years ago we were chatting, and I said, "How did you guys meet?" And they both got really quiet and shy, and they didn't want to tell me. And I said, it was one of two. And I know these people. I was friends with them, and I said, were you a stripper or was it a dating site? And they both said, oh, it was a dating site. And I think there was a little bit of taboo with that, but it's not now. But I think right now with COVID, with the way the world is going right now, I'm seeing a lot of people on social media complaining that they can't go out to bars. They're afraid to go out. They can't meet people. I would imagine that the dating industry would be doing fantastic right now. Of course, if you're going to be promoting cams, in the COVID industry, Chatterbait would be my first one that I would go with. Flirt for Free would also be up there. When it comes to dating, I worked for Dating Factory for 5 years, so I'm kind of really big into the white label dating side of it. Hub People, Dating Factory, of course, I would recommend them, even after working for them for 5 years. Great company, and white label dating too. That's who I would recommend doing business with. I'm sure that there's a lot more, but that's the short list.
Thanks. Okay, so we just have about 6 minutes. So maybe we'll go around the circle and just give me, a tip, a secret, a pitch, just a final thought before we end this. So starting with you, Jeff.
Buy Bitcoin. No, I'm just kidding. In regards to the actual purpose of the panel, I would just say that the kind of top end of the funnel that I described earlier is I think the game changer for everyone, and anybody that hasn't really focused on that is just behind. For any affiliates, there's the old school affiliates that have established brands. So you have Hustler or something like that. Okay, those people can they already have a business model. They can add a live cams tab and just make, passive revenue. And it's kind of inconsequential to them. If they make some money, they're happy. If they don't, it's not a big risk. But that's not really affiliates now. Affiliates now are more people who are media buyers, people who are trying to monetize the content that they're posting today, that type of thing. So everybody's working kind of on a PPS. I mean, I feel like that's the most kind of popular one right now, is just, somebody who wants to get paid immediately, like a high dollar amount, and the cam companies can afford it. And if you're going to do it that way, you have to make sure that every eyeball that you're buying or you're working for, or, your sweat equity is also, a cost. But every single, eyeball that you have is converted at the best rate possible. That's why last year we launched our CPA program, hacklabcpa.com. We tested out, I want to say like 2 dozen different like concepts. And the one that had like the best kind of traction was the at-home strip club concept. And so like you start into this lander and you do these kind of questions, and as you get to the end, you're kind of at this at-home strip club, and it's pretty cool, and you know what to do, and it just converts really well. It's really sticky. So we started that for Flirt for free, and we're now turning it into its own kind of brand, mystripclub.com. But it's like you only find these nuggets by testing. You only find them by having a bunch of different, top ends, a bunch of different pre-landers, and testing them. And so if an affiliate wants to get started right now and they do have eyeballs and they want to work with a company and just make sure that you're actually using their pre-landers and you're testing and you're making sure that every eyeball that has a cost to you, you're getting the maximum revenue on. And a lot of cam companies are at the point where they can do that pretty skillfully. That's all. Thank you. Hit me up if you have questions afterwards.
Jeff. Matt.
Yeah. So on my end, my tip for affiliates right now would be make sure you're opening that communication channel with whatever the company you want to work with. So if it's the direct advertiser, if it's a network, just make sure you talk to someone there. So most of the times they should be experts in the products that they're selling. So they're definitely resourceful in terms of like insights of like how you should be promoting their products. They also have like most of the times there are hidden stuff within the platform in self-service. So they may have something for you that you're not even seeing on the platform that you're using. If you're receiving an email and if they're asking for questions, make sure you reply to these emails. So like I was saying earlier, we opened the live chat like support on Crack Revenue. You have access to people from the company like almost like 24/7. Make sure you speak to someone. If you prefer to jump on a call and there's like only live chat, ask for a call. So most of the time we're gonna have someone who can speak to you and who can talk with you about what's your strategy, which product you should go for. And yeah, just make sure you talk to someone and you can actually be a team with the people that you're working with. That would be my tip.
Minnie, some final thoughts?
Yeah, so with affiliate marketing, it's a lot easier to learn the foundation skills on the mainstream side. So I put in chat to go get the book Affiliate Marketing for Dummies. Russell Brunson has a whole book set series of .com secrets, expert secrets, traffic secrets. Even though he's against adult, doesn't matter. It's the foundation of the skills of if you know how to set up a funnel and offer to your audience to give them content that they're interested in, it's a lot easier that you sample the buffet, because it's an internet of offers all day long, of either you signing up on offers on email lists or ads on Facebook following you. It's a constant offer every chance you get, like the whole wave of crypto and Bitcoin, their affiliate offers, or your affiliate offer to lose weight in 10 days or something. There's always an offer that you can practice in to get results and then branch off to something else. And the big thing that's missing is information side of the adult side, where you buy an ebook or something and you get other people to sell the ebook. The only one I know of that does that is Uber Camstar. He has his little ebook, sells for $30. I sold it one time, I made $28. And then rinse and repeat. So like getting the result is what gets you motivated to keep doing the habit over and over again. Because a lot of affiliate marketing is the same tasks every day, rinse and repeat, hoping you get people seeing the offer to buy the offer where you get checks in the mail.
Perfect. Thanks, Minnie. Richard, final thoughts.
I think right now is the golden age of affiliate marketing. A lot of us, we have a lot of downtime right now. There's a lot of restrictions out there. I'm in California and we can't even eat in restaurants right now. People are spending less time eating out, going out to bars, doing the things that they traditionally do, shopping, vacations, et cetera, et cetera. And affiliate marketing is really the concept of marketing to people that are at home, be it on social media or checking their email or whatever it is. And I think right now is a really good time to be into affiliate marketing. At the same time, I also think that people are, like I said earlier, people are desperate to get out and meet people, and the single people are going crazy trying to date. Online dating must be booming right now. It should be booming. Something must be going on. So yeah, I think right now is just a great time overall for affiliate marketing. You know, I always push cams and dating during COVID. That's kind of my theme. But you know, everything else applies too. If you're into, you know, watching bondage videos, it's out there, and people are going to be spending the money. So you need to get your affiliate links out there more and more. I see that Colin is asking a question in the chat room about, do affiliates still use daily tools and things like that. I haven't, as an affiliate, used a daily tool, you know, click here for our daily picture, that kind of thing. I have not, but the one comment that I have to give about affiliate marketing and the thing that we're doing wrong is we need content to promote. I work a lot in the solo girl market. I still have, you know, dozens, if not hundreds of solo girl blogs that I'm updating on a regular basis. And it's getting content is like pulling teeth. I contacted one company last week that I'm personally friends with. I've met them. I've hung out with them in Vegas. They were customers of mine at YNOT Mail. And I said, you know, hey, you aren't sending out any affiliate emails these days with content. You're not updating galleries anymore with content. Can you give me a pass to your website so I can grab some new content? And I was really stunned when they said, no, we don't give out free passes. So basically what you're saying is, you know, I have a website dedicated to two of your models, and you don't want to give me any content. I understand that the affiliate industry isn't what it was 10 years ago, but we still need content. We still need banners. We still need images. We still need video to push. If you're not going to give it to us, I can't push you as hard as I push someone else. So that's what I got.
I love the content focus. I wholeheartedly agree with that. I think we need more of that. So I think the time's done. I just want to say, I want to thank all you guys, Jeff, Max, Minnie, Richard. Thank you so much. And to whoever's listening, like, go to these guys' companies, talk to them, email them. I mean, everybody here that you can work with, these guys are here. These guys and girls are here to sharing this information. And I think everybody here was really transparent and gave out some great stuff. So, you know, work with these companies. They're what the industry's about. And I can't wait to see you guys again because it's been too long. But thank you very much. I really
Thank you, Todd.
Great.